Hello everyone, welcome to Community Distance Reiki. I'm your host, Danielle Stimpson, and I have a little buddy here with me. Yeah. Sorry about that. I know I don't need to apologize for a cute cat, but welcome in. It's really beautiful to see you all. I hope you're having a wonderful day. If you are new here, go ahead and click that live chat button. Feel free to make any request to your personal healing that you may have. And we are going to start things off with our first hour building a beautiful crystal grid exactly to all of your requests. If you want to learn more about me, you can learn about my live Reiki certification courses that are all online. One-on-one distance sessions, tarot readings, and even my email newsletter and crystal shop, all at the links in the description, or you can visit learnreikiphiladelphia.com. If you are returning, welcome back. I'm so grateful to see you again, and thank you for your ongoing support. And if you're watching this on the replay, you're going to have just as much fun and healing as if you were here live. If you would like to join us live, go ahead and subscribe with your notifications on so you don't miss an opportunity, or check out the schedule listed in the description. So like I said, we're going to start things off by building a beautiful crystal grid, and then we're going to get into the healing. And yeah, it's wonderful to have you all here. So let's go ahead, say hi to everyone in the chat, and then start building that grid. Hello and welcome. Yep, we've got a base to a grid. We've got our usual mirror to help deflect and reflect any kind of negative energy. May it just go on go on back to somewhere, not here. We also have our copper spiral. This helps to break up blockages, get the energy flowing optimally. And now we'll go ahead and start bringing in all of your requests. Martha, Jennifer, Chris, Grace, Vic, Fiat Luna, good to see you. Grace, Cora Carr, Blue Sky. Oh, it's really good to see everybody. Okay, good stuff. So let's go ahead. LP, welcome in. Okay, let's see. Where are we starting with all of these requests? Oh, I love it. Absolutely love it. Okay. I think my favorite request so far is a silencer for West Philly's loud season, aka spring summer. Yep. Apologies in advance if you do happen to hear any of the background noise of our neighborhood. Yeah, exactly. I don't know that there's a stone I can use for that. The cleansing power of the brick is generally not one that I advise. It works, but at what cost? So yeah, so let's see, intentions. Quick relief from fever and headache you've had for 24 hours. Ooh, I'm sorry. To be healthy and to thrive and to be open to support and abundance. I love it. So headache and fever. Let's do... First thing for fever is iolite. Absolutely love this stone to help support your wellness. I hope you're taking care of yourself in all the other ways too. And I know that you are because I know you. But here we are. This is iolite. It also helps with any kind of spiritual visualization. So shamanic work for sure. Any kind of visionary meditation. It also aids money management, weight loss, and sleep disturbances. So we hope that this helps you and finds you well. We also have pink tourmaline, which is great for migraines and headaches in general, neuralgia, any kind of hormone-related anything for anyone. And in addition to that, for women, any kind of gynecologic issues. It's also really helpful for improving your self-image as well as muscle weakness too. So this is pink tourmaline right here. I'm just going to go ahead and sprinkle a little bit of that in the center. I hope you feel better, hun. You really, really do. And open to support and abundance. Let's say some citrine for that. For anyone looking for financial abundance or resource stability and security, this is a good one. Helps with financial balance, with making good financial decisions. It's also thought to aid addictions and compulsions, and it's very much known for, in a way, manifesting financial abundance or manifesting support in that way. It also helps things like nausea and even fibromyalgia. So we have that here. This is citrine. So lots of love to you, and I hope you feel better. And for Jennifer, let's see. We got some good requests too. It is so nice and quiet in the fall and winter in our neighborhood, isn't it? Awesome. Gotcha. So we have, I'm going to scroll down to Jen's requested stones in a moment. Grace, intentions for heart healing, happiness, and great work. Awesome. Happiness. Rhodonite for some heart healing for sure. Also going to bring in, first we'll bring in rose quartz. This helps us to not only heal the heart, but to let go of things that don't quite serve, especially if we're kind of going through the motions. The same is the same. We've accepted things all along, even though it's not perfect. Rose quartz invites us to maybe let go of things that aren't super fulfilling, because it is there with its unconditional love. We can just sense that there's something else to invite in, making it a lot easier to let go of what doesn't serve. It's a very heart healing stone. So we're going to go ahead and place that under our iolite. And with rhodonite, this is a stone of unrequited love, of heartbreak, and healing the heart to reopen the heart to love once again. It's another one that's also helpful for the lungs, allergies, which are definitely in full swing right now if you're in this area, and any kind of autoimmune issues, and also for insecurities to help support the heart through that. So Grace, I hope this finds you well. Here's some rhodonite for you. Definitely great for heart healing. Okay. Yellow calcite, great for happiness. The wonderful joy stone, it's optimism in a crystal. It really helps self-confidence. It helps to break up any blockages of the solar plexus, which is your center of self-identity, and also will, and bringing what you want to do to the fore. Now, if we're kind of having an understated solar plexus chakra, this may make it a lot easier for you to take on what other people would have you do, and finding yourself with a lot of obligations that don't actually support what you want to do with your life. This is a stone that can help you break free of that, while also, in a way, finding our sense of internal joy once again. It also helps to set better boundaries, hold better boundaries, and I did see a request for boundaries, so this is very helpful. So that is yellow calcite. Boundaries based on your wants, your desires. There we go. And lots of love to you. We'll say for great work, I also want to bring in lapis. Lapis is great for pain and inflammation, as well as vertigo and hearing loss, really anything having to do with the inner ear. But it's also great for integrity within the self and in finding that within others. This is a stone that is thought to seriously aid your career potential as well. So for good work, this one also aids with personal responsibility, honesty, openness, expecting honesty and truth from our colleagues in return, and really great for any kind of workplace related or career related requests. So I'll bring in lapis. And it's good to see you, Grace. Glad you're here. Okay. You're so welcome, Grace and Blue Sky. Let's go to, and I will get to everyone's requests today. You already had a brawl in front of your house last night. Yeah, I can hear the choppers right now too. West Philly does get loud and the weather gets nice. Okay, so let's see. For Vic, we've got joints. We've got emotional stability, healthy boundaries. We've got that. Wisdom. We'll bring in some moonstone. And awesome. So, emotional stability, one of my favorites is lepidolite. This one helps to, it not only helps to like soothe the emotions and kind of bring a sense of calmness, it also helps us to better understand what's going on emotionally or what might be feeding that in case that's not clear. It's great for bringing attention to any kind of thought patterns, beliefs, anything like that that needs to be reevaluated or released, let go of. And it's also helpful in like a divinatory standpoint if you're trying to decide, do I stay, do I go? Lepidolite is lithium mica, and that's the sparkles you see, the little purplish gray glitter. These specimens are actually really special. They also have amazonite in them, which I'll explain in a moment. But lepidolite is lithium mica. Lithium has been used in Western medicine since at least the 1940s as a mental health medication. It's been used anciently, like the Greeks absolutely used it. And I definitely never recommend putting stones in water and then drinking them as a means of making an elixir. And this is one of the reasons why. It absolutely causes physiological changes in the body that are great for some and not for others. And yeah, just putting that out there. But on an energetic level, working with the crystals themselves, superb for emotional stability. Amazonite, which you can see in this blue-green that's in here, Amazonite is great for self-care, especially for those of us who tend to be more focused on others and tend to overlook ourselves. It can remind us to take better care of ourselves and to make that space that we deserve, the same caliber of care we show others. It helps us to keep from being burned out. It also helps the spine and spinal nerves. So we'll bring this in. Again, this is lepidolite or lithium mica. For finding a better place to live, I'm going to bring in some tourmalinated quartz. This is great for a lot of things. It's great for breaking up stuck or stagnant energy. It's seen as like a scar tissue kind of stone, whether that's on the body, or in the emotions, any kind of like emotional scar tissue. This will help break that up. Black tourmaline going through clear quartz. Black tourmaline dispels negative energy, so it does help with that energetic untanglement in a sense. This is also really great for heart, blood vessels. It's very protective of the travels, as is moonstone, which we'll be adding in a moment. It's helpful for good fortune, good luck, and with finding new jobs, new gigs, new streams of income and revenue. So we will bring this in. Absolutely love working with tourmalinated quartz. There we go. Moonstone helps with wisdom, connection to the cycles and rhythms of nature. With the divine feminine, learning anything about women or sacred women or wise women traditions. lunar cycles and accepting divine timing, especially when divine timing kind of doesn't go along with your desired timing, to kind of trust it. Very much feel like this is aligned with the High Priestess in the tarot deck. So we'll bring in Moonstone. And Howlite, which is great for joints, bones, bone density, calcium absorption, definitely an issue I have too. It's also great for just teeth, bones, and hair in general. But it's also superb for anger, resentment, and frustration. It helps take the really pressing sting of those emotions down a notch so that you can better breathe and think and maybe not be quite so volatile. So you can think of a better way to handle things than maybe just reacting. It gives you an opportunity to have thoughtful action rather than a knee-jerk reaction. So this is White Howlite. I'll bring that in, and I'm so glad you are here. We'll definitely keep the intention in our hearts for healing of the waters around Hawaii too. And I'm glad that you are here. How do I cleanse my crystals? I usually use sea salt, Epsom salt, and selenite. So where I have built my place where I have most of my crystals, I've created a space underneath it that I can put this here box. And just make sure you can all see it. Which is filled with sea salt and Epsom salt. And that absorbs the energy over time. And I also place stones on and around selenite often. Selenite reflects nothing but pure white light, and that helps to charge and cleanse stones too. And this is selenite. It's all around me. There's so much selenite here. You don't have to look far to find selenite here. So that's how I cleanse my stones. And then that way you never have to worry about which stones can't do water or anything like that. With that box of sea salt, the sea salt doesn't actually have to touch the stones. You can put like a piece of fabric over some salt or put it in a pouch and put it near your crystals. It works like a charm. So I hope that that helps. And, oh, hey, Belinda Wade is here. JS is here. It's good to see you. Key and or Patty are here. Oh, I love it. Martha, I hope your new job role started well yesterday. You were in my thoughts. Okay, so let me keep on going. Fiat Luna. Yeah, furry helpers for sure. By the way, that was Hattie Cat that you saw. Healing intention is healing Kaushik's connection. I'm not familiar with that. To have communication and positive energy and remove negative energy. I'm not familiar with that particular aspect, but it seems like you're asking for healing your connection to the divine or energetic connection. So I'm going to bring in, and correct me if I'm wrong too, but I'm going to bring in some chevron amethyst. This is one that can help us to better connect to the divine, allowing us to better hear the divine and our spirit guides, and also to send up a communication or a request. Now, these are carved into double terminated points. That's not what we're referencing with chevron. So chevron is, if you look really closely, you'll see what looks like inside the stones, almost like the letter V, like a chevron. If these specimens were bigger, you would see an ongoing chevron. It's thought that chevron amethyst, in those having those repeated V's, those points, it's like sending requests and messages up to spirit bringing messages down from spirit and back and forth and back and forth. And so as such, it's thought to help with connection to spirit, angels, intuitive messages, mediumship, channeling, all that good stuff. It's also great for any kind of degenerative diseases, so like degenerative disc, neurodegenerative, any of that kind of stuff, as well as tolerance of others. So yeah, we'll bring this in. I hope that that helps. Let me know if I was slightly off on that. Ah, okay. It's a person's name. Okay. This definitely helps connection to others as well. I'll also bring in carnelian. This helps how we relate to others. It's very much related to the sacral chakra. And the sacral chakra governs creativity, sexuality, sexual function, and dysfunction, but how we fundamentally relate to others. So that's others in our community, our friend group, our family group, our colleagues, our everyone. This is also great for cold and allergies, as well as if you feel really stuck, like apathy and laziness have kind of crept in, this can be helpful. But if it comes to creativity, this can help ignite that fire quite a bit too. So if you're looking to better relate with others, this can be a helpful stone. So we'll bring in carnelian. Ooh, carnelian running away. Thank you for being here. I'm glad that you are here. Welcome. And remove negative energy. Let's do that. Hello, shungite. Not only is this great for like electromagnetic kinds of disturbances, which do impact some people more than others for sure. If you tend to live near like high power lines, if you work near a lot of computer equipment, you might find that you feel like uneasy, underwater, or just kind of drained over time. This may really help. This is shungite. It's a natural mineral that absorbs things that are kind of harmful to humans out of water, actually. And shungite may even be in your water filter system already, but it also helps to clear the energy field. It absorbs these things that we don't need. So it helps to pull things out of our energy field. It helps us to release stress, emotional pain, and helps break up and remove energy blockages. It's thought to be helpful for physical and tissue repair, so healing from injury and even surgery. So shungite. I love working with shungite. So awesome. So let's go here. Your cat's constipation, travel protection, and healing of your mother-me relationship. Got ya. So for kitty's tummy troubles, we'll bring in some leopard skin jasper, which helps with any type of healing with our animal friends. Also helps with anything that's impacting the skin, as well as calling in a romantic partner or soulmate. If that's your intention, also moonstone and carnelian are thought to help that also. So I will bring this in. This also helps coordination and balance. So we'll bring in some leopard skin jasper. And for the rest, we have zoisite. This is another stone that's really great at releasing negativity and grounding seasonal affective disorder. It's thought to help with fertility as well. But this one helps us to face things that we don't want to, especially roadblocks, setbacks, challenges. But it's also great for the bowels and for gas and for any kind of that sort of stuff. So I hope that this helps. zoisite, and Mother Me relationship is rhodochrosite. Rhodonite is pink and black. Rhodochrosite is pink and white. This absolutely is great at mother-child bonding, whether it's in the present moment or if you're healing older kinds of wounds around mother-child stuff. It's also great for the heart and circulation, as well as telepathy, journeying, connecting with our ancestors. It's also thought to help stress headache, as well as the lungs, and specifically asthma. So I'll bring this in. Here we go. Rhodochrosite. Lots of love to you, Martha. Good to see you. Fiat Luna, you'd love to set the intention to let go of attachments, increase your self-worth, and heal the sacral. So we've got carnelian to help with the sacral. And we're also going to do letting go of attachments and self-worth. So we've got black onyx and it's always fun seeing which malachite want to come out to play in a particular day. Malachite is great for letting go of what no longer serves and letting go of attachments. Malachite, as you can see with all of these beautiful like striations of green and white coming through it, it seems like it's almost undulating. Malachite helps to support the heart and move energy through it. And this is where we can be really inclined to hold on to something, even though it's not really for us, or at least not for us any longer. It can help you to let go of things that even feel really difficult to let go of, so that you can better let go of any attachments whatsoever. So malachite there. Let's see, we'll put one here. One here. Black onyx is great for self-worth. This really aids self-esteem and eases self-doubt. It's another stone that can help with ancestor connection, and it's very, very protective on an energetic level as well. Whether it's people who play mind games or really have ulterior motives, or just not great energy around you. It's also great for grief. It grounds fear, it grounds anxiety, and it helps with processing loss. So we'll definitely bring in this black onyx for you. There you go. And lots of love to you for sure. Let's see. Vincent, good to see you. Do I by any chance have leopard skin, jasper, or dumortierite for sale on my website? Oh, I did get a message from you and I completely forgot to get back to you. I'm so sorry. I do have some leopard skin jasper. It's not on my website, but I have some that I can sell to you. And dumortierite I do not have, but you know who does? Jennifer Vatsa, because our dumortierite was a gift from her. And Jennifer Vatsa is on Etsy. And she's in the chat too. On Etsy at Belladonna Botanicals. She has dumortierite for sure. And for my crystal shop, if ever you're looking for a crystal and you can't find it, you can email me or mention it in here. If I don't have it, I'll probably send you to Jen or someone else that I know. But yeah, lots of love. I hope that that works out well. And so let me pick up where I left off. Let's see. Martha, gold tiger eye, red tiger eye. We got moonstone. Okay, good stuff. Oh, good. We've already got a few. Amethyst. So clear quartz helps us to... Clear quartz is a great, like, blank slate. It helps to pump up the intensity of any manifestation that you have, or the power of other crystals, for example. It's wonderful. It can also hold energy, so you can ask it to embody the healing impacts of another stone that you don't have, or to place it near something else with an intention that it make that energy larger. So we'll bring this in. We'll actually put that under the lepidolite with the intention that it help amplify the energy of all the stones here that would be best amplified. And amethyst is superb. Actually, I'm going to do this. Amethyst, because we talked about chevron amethyst, but amethyst is great whenever you're doing any kind of self-improvement work. This is one that reminds you to take it a little easy on yourself. You're making better choices now, but it also helps you to have a sense of personal responsibility, owning your commitments and not accepting the commitments of others. So it helps with boundaries as well as connection to spirit. This one is very connected with addiction and recovery, particularly in the 12-step types of healing. They often discuss that amethyst would be like a preferred crystal for them. So we'll bring that in. But yeah, helps us with any kind of self-improvement work. And I'm just going to bring in a little bit more clear quartz to give us a nice balance in the grid. There we go. And we'll put another stone on top of those soon. Smoky quartz, Mahogany. Mahogany helps with making decisions. It also helps with accepting change, and it can calm down fiery digestion. Also goes by the name Australia jasper. So it gives us a really good grounding sensibility when we are looking to make those changes. If you've ever been stuck, like you have to accept something in order to make a decision, so you keep not making the decision, this can be a great stone to work with. So again, this is Mahogany, also known as Australia jasper. I'm going to put these here. Whoop. Smoky quartz is protective. It transmutes energy. It's been used since at least the Middle Ages to protect property from theft. And it's also really calming, like incredibly calming. Smoky quartz can come in this like almost clear quartz, or all the way down into like almost black quartz. So smoky quartz. Let's put that on top of our moonstone. Okay. Golden tiger eye is great for study and research, but is very protective. This is one that you can work with if you're looking to kind of broaden your vision of things, like big picture thinking, big picture planning. If you're looking to start like a business or any kind of new venture, even like a side hustle, this can help. It really gives you a lot of courage. It's definitely supportive of the solar plexus chakra, which is again your center of self and your personal will and self-identity. And it's great to counter envy and jealousy as well. So we'll bring this in. It's very protective. So we'll put that here, here. And here. So that is tiger eye or golden tiger eye. We're also going to bring in red tiger eye, which is intensely protective. Whether it's mundane stuff like bullying and that sort of thing, all the way up to spiritual nastiness like psychic attack, that kind of thing, this can be really helpful. It also helps with countering things like sexism, gaslighting, things like that. It's also great for manifesting money in a hurry, but this is essentially when golden tiger eye is forming closer to iron and it is more red. It's quite a different stone, but it's still very, very beautiful. So let's see. Let's move these guys in. It was a little lopsided to start. There we go. Cool. And good, I got everything. Yay. So for Chris, we have amethyst, peridot, iolite. You're so welcome, Fiad Luna. We've got amethyst, so hematite, peridot. Pyrite. There we go. Okay. So we've got hematite. This has been used back to ancient antiquity. This has been a revered healing stone. It's thought to help cleanse and purify the blood in ancient Greece. It was hema being the prefix that we see for blood, hematology. It's got a large iron content, so it makes it very physically heavy. And when it's not tumbled, and even sometimes when it is, we get these red inclusions of the actual iron. It's also thought to help connect us and ground us to the earth, which allows energy that we're kind of done with to go back to the earth and be recycled, renewed, and regenerated and restored. So it can help us feel more connected with earth and help to clarify us. So we'll bring this in. There we go. Rutilated quartz, I also want to keep in mind Korakar's stepfather. So this is this helps give us energy. It helps energize us, especially if we feel like we're getting really run down. This is also great for focusing energy. It helps to bring focus to the mind as well as focusing energy. This is also thought to help aid the focus of healing energies. So for decades, this has been a stone that's been thought of as a beautiful gift for people who are battling cancer. It's thought to help energetically. The intention is that it will help take those remedies and direct them exactly where they need to go. So lots of love to Korakar's stepfather there. And to everyone else that would love some focus, because I could always use some mental focus. Peridot helps with breaking up limiting cycles, helps with supporting those friendships and the people around us that really appeal to helping us to be our best selves. It's also great for prosperity, fidelity, IBS, acidity, like acid reflux, as well as depression and weight gain. So it's got a lot of beautiful attributes. We'll bring that in. Kyanite helps us to accept ourselves exactly as we are. And in a world where that is not always the thing, this can be a really helpful stone. This is also one that helps us to better understand messages that spirit might send us, whether it's in dreams or card readings or divination, meditation, anything. If you're having a hard time understanding the message, work with some blue kyanite. It can be very, very helpful. It's also great for neurological maladies. It's thought to be really helpful for folks who are having neurological concerns that impact mobility and speech. So, blue kyanite. Sapphire aids in channeling as well as speedy justice. So we're going to keep in our hearts and minds Susan and Greg, who are regulars here, that this could be helpful. This also helps with connection to the angels, but channeling from anywhere in general. It helps with, for those of us who might channel for other people, to be able to translate what we're getting in a way that's easier for our clients to understand and could be meaningful to them. It's also helpful for visualizing good change, as well as it's thought to help with things like dementia and even support thyroid health. So this is sapphire. Sapphire is so pretty. And sapphire and ruby are both in the corundum family, which is fascinating. They're super hard. It's sort of like basalt, I think, is also in the corundum family, and they form in the same shape. They're absurdly strong. Like, they're a 9 on the hardness scale. The only thing harder, a 10, is diamond. So, yeah, really beautiful stones. Pyrite, fool's gold, helps us attract the real gold, and who doesn't mind that? But it also helps the brain and memory. It helps side effects of radiation treatments, and it's thought to help be very protective while allowing us to still remain open to intuitive connection. And it's thought to also aid fevers, so blue sky, lots of love to you, and the lungs. So we'll bring this in. Herkimer diamond is actually a form of double terminated clear quartz that forms underground, or has formed underground in the Herkimer, New York region. This helps us to also connect with our guides and our angels. This is a superb stone for manifesting. Anytime that you want to manifest something, but you want it to be like, yes, this is an ask, and I want it to impact everyone and everything it touches optimally. I would love to hear some feedback from spirit about how I can manifest better or differently. I want to feel like I'm harmonizing things as I step up to it. I want to be in the present moment as I ask for these things. This is the stone. It's also helpful for metabolism. So, Herkimer diamond. And labradorite is another stone that aids sleep. It's also great for calming disputes and anything that involves, clairvoyance too, seeing and sensing our intuition with our sense of spiritual sight. This is also one that anytime you're working with a lot of information and you have to be very detailed about it, or if you're looking for a needle in a haystack kind of error, excellent stone. It helps us to learn, it helps us to process a lot of data, and it helps us to do things like researching and studying, as well as supporting a really harmonious workplace. So, labradorite. So let's put labradorite in front of Mookaite. Okay. Thank you for being here, Chris. It's good to see you. Heart, it's good to see you. Oh, yeah, serendipity in general. Your husband's lungs, absolutely. Oh, thank you, Martha. Let's see. Okay, so Martha's requesting coral. Yep. Garnet, emerald, ruby. Sunstone helps to remind us we did not come here to play small, that there is a potential for us that is far greater than we're currently able to access, and helps us connect to that as we're making future plans and dreaming of the future. Sunstone really helps us to take our goals to the next level, unimpeded by sort of the limited way in which we look at ourselves. So Sunstone. This has been a big superhero lately for a lot of us. Ruby helps with the courage to be yourself and supports leadership and management types of skills. It's also great for love, fertility, and it's also thought to help things like fibromyalgia. But yeah, an excellent leadership stone. So that's ruby. We shall place that here. And while we're on ruby, let's also go over to garnet because they work so well together. And clearly I love garnet because I'm actually wearing it and you've been looking at it on my wrist all day. Garnet helps with organization, creativity, and courage, as well as finding the most practical way to do things and use our energy. If you are looking for the best ways to manage, so again, management, or to get something done or start a new project, garnet's a stone that allows you to look at the tasks that you usually look at creatively with a keen eye towards efficiency. It's also a stone that helps you to tap into your creative sense in general, and it can be very empowering, really an executive function stone in general. So garnet. We'll put that right by the ruby. It is the birthstone of January, and as such is very connected with Capricorn. Red coral is the ultimate protector of women against misogyny. This helps anytime, any place, anywhere a woman is being less than or not listened to or relegated somewhere else, any way in which they are being structurally prevented from being a part of society, decision making, or just essentially being stepped over. So definitely have that, protecting some women. And emerald. This is great for envisioning our own success. It's great for the lungs too. So definitely heart. This is definitely for your husband. Bronchitis, lungs, upper respiratory. It's superb for all of that. This is also great for reigniting passion for whatever part of your life you've kind of lost your zest for, as well as healing skin and tissue. So yeah, it can also help restore a good amount of self-confidence too. We're going to go ahead and place that underneath our blue kyanite. Yeah, let's move these guys in a little more. And bloodstone is sort of my emotional stuff hits the fan stone, one of them. It definitely helps with lifting despair and giving us emotional stamina and emotional perseverance when we need it most. It's something you can lean on when it feels like everything in your life is just flipped upside down to the point where like you're at an emotional crisis point and your root chakra, your connection to basic needs, primal urges, fight or flight just seems completely blown and gone somewhere. Yeah, this is bloodstone. Also goes by the name heliotrope. It also helps to relieve self-doubt, so it goes along with black onyx in that regard. It also helps quiet the mind during meditation, but yeah, soothes the heart while helping you find the ground under your feet once again. So bloodstone. Awesome. I'm so glad you are here. Pyrite, black tourmaline, red coral, smoky quartz, kyanite. So we've got all of the above except black tourmaline. And black tourmaline, like we said with tourmalinated quartz, black tourmaline helps to deflect negative energy. This can help, this is especially helpful for empaths or anytime that you feel like you're emotionally susceptible or energetically susceptible to other energies. Lots of times where I know folks are going to a big crowded event and they're like, I just feel so icky after I'm around so many people. I feel so heavy. Black tourmaline, put some in your pockets, put some in your wallet, wherever you're going. I've gone so far as to crush this up and sew it into curtains. So it's very effective and very accessible. So we'll go ahead and we'll put some here and here and here. Absolutely. Cool. What was the stone for the lungs? Emerald. Emerald is good for lungs, as is rhodonite and rhodochrosite and pyrite. Emerald, rhodonite, rhodochrosite, and pyrite. Other ones too, but those especially. Let's see. Oh, Martha says that your cat is ready to receive Reiki. He always comes to hear your voice. Oh, I love it. That made my day. LP, let's see. Let go of anger and past trauma. And I will get the other request out of there. Anger and past trauma. Anger and past trauma, I would definitely say howlite is great for anger. Also, past trauma, tourmalinated quartz can be really helpful with that. But I also want to bring in some Lemurian quartz. This is great for healing the past, including childhood, and even past lives, without us having to know which it is. It's great for learning in our spiritual healing journey that we can get to know ourselves and learn about ourselves. It also helps with any kind of, like I said, past life, present life, and a lot of times there's both. So healing the past, especially childhood, and whether or not there are connections to past lives, this will also help that. But yeah, releasing past emotional pain too. So I'm going to put some of that here. There we go. So that's Lemurian quartz. Stones for connecting with your angels. I don't have a Apophyllite, unfortunately, Belinda. I'm sorry. I do have Mahogany Obsidian, and Garnet's already out there. Mahogany Obsidian is great for releasing perfectionism and the feeling that you need approval of others as well. It's also great for meeting your goals and giving us vitality and strength. It's thought to help pain, especially when it comes to teeth and gums. So this will definitely help Jennifer's cat to some extent too, as well as carpal tunnel and things like that. So vitality, strength, meeting goals, letting go of the feeling that we need approval. So where shall we place you? Let's put you here. And here. There we go. And for Vincent, bone, joint, and knee health, definitely Howlite for sure. Greg and Susan, we already got. And your mother for prosperity, we've got some citrine and some pyrite. Patty would like lapis is there. Petrified wood, tree agate, chevron amethyst. Oh, good stuff. So definitely petrified wood and tree agate. So petrified wood, as we know from the name, this is a tree that actually died and then over time became a fossil of itself or a stone. And it is able to teach us a lot about difficult transitions and things about death and rebirth. This particular piece even has some new crystal growth within it, which is so beautiful. So we have this, and where shall we place you? Let's place you in the middle. And tree agate. This is what it looks like raw. That's what it looks like tumbled. This is sacred in Ayurveda. It's thought to clear all of the energy pathways throughout the body. And it brings back a sense of balance regardless of what body type you might be. It essentially helps your body, mind, and spirit come back into a sense of homeostasis or internal balance by helping to clear all of the energy pathways, which in Ayurveda are Nadi, N-A-D-I. So we'll bring this in. It's very sacred in Ayurveda. So let's bring in that heart piece. And I'm so glad you're here. And last few. And I know Korakar had a request for art. We have carnelian. I want to bring in sodalite for you. This is how we express the artistic abilities and the creativity. Sodalite helps us to express, whether it's through dance, performance, speaking, especially speaking, or singing, But whether it's performance-based, painting, digital media, however you create, this helps you express it. It's also great for coming to terms with like aspects around aging, as well as grounding impulses and even aiding in times of homesickness. So, sodalite. And memory and focus, pyrite and rutilated. Hey Susan, we were thinking of you and Greg for several things. We had a few for you. We have sapphire and herkimer, and yeah, sapphire helps with quick justice, so hope that's helpful. And I think we're good. Let me make sure I didn't overlook anyone. I think we are good. Yeah, and for Jennifer, for Corey's teeth and gums, we have howlite, which is teeth and gums, and leopard skin jasper. And yeah, I think we're good. So we're going to go on to that part of the evening where I'm going to go ahead and explain what Reiki is, and then we're going to get into the healing. But because we're at the 7 after 9 mark, I think what we're going to do is, instead of me getting a couple crystals for you to vote on, I think that we would do better to have you all help bring up the energy by sharing some things that you're grateful for in the chat, or in your mind, or out loud, in any way that you're good and comfortable expressing gratitude. For those of you who are not familiar with Reiki, or this is your first time with it, go ahead and pay extra attention to the explanation I'm about to give. And for everyone else, we're going to go into the healing after this for about 25 minutes. So if you need to run to the loo, now is a great time. Artie, welcome in. Healing for relationship. We have carnelian in here. That's great for healing for relationship. As well as rhodonite too, to some extent. So I hope that helps. And lots of love to you. I'm glad that you're here. Keep hanging out. I'm about to get into the Reiki. After I explain what Reiki is and a little of how it works, we'll transition into the 25-minute long healing session with lots of music. So yeah. So what is Usui Reiki? Let's find out. So as I mentioned at the top of the stream, my name is Danielle Stimpson. I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia. If you want to learn more about live one-on-one over a distance Reiki classes with me, or want to schedule a one-on-one distance healing or tarot reading, go ahead and visit learnreikiphiladelphia.com or check out the links in the description. There's also a link to my crystal shop there. And what is Usui Reiki? Well, Reiki can mean many different things. It generally means energy healing, but specifically in the Usui tradition, we're using specific techniques to help do some energy healing that were created by Mikao Usui in the early 1920s in Japan. So what is energy? Well, the best way to kind of describe the energy understanding and working at play in Usui's methods is to look at Shintoism, the indigenous spirituality of Japan, in which everything and everyone has a soul, and all of these soul energies are inextricably linked, and we share in many of the same things. Within that interconnection, there are spiritual forces at play, one of which is the spiritual force of the best way I can describe it is the healing force of the, sorry, got distracted by an outside noise and my neighbors. I apologize. Reiki is best described as the spiritually significant soul energy, and that flows through everyone and everything. This soul energy, the spiritually significant or spiritually guided soul energy, is what Reiki translates to in English. And this particular energy is flowing through everyone and everything all the time. You have access to it all the time, even though you may never have heard of it, and even though you're not focusing on it. Just like we're mostly made of water, but we don't think of it that way. And we drink water all day, and we don't have to think about all the things that it does within our body. Much the same with Reiki. We don't have to, during the session, you won't have to focus or do anything to help support how it unfolds within your body, mind, and spirit. Your body, mind, and spirit will just continue doing what they do every day. Essentially, I'm going to be connecting to that Reiki, that spiritually significant soul energy, and directing more of it to you. So your body, mind, and spirit that normally regulate that energy will be able to use more of it to support your greater healing good and internal balance. During the session, you may experience some physical sensations in your body. You may have some emotions come up or getting released. You may notice that you're able to think some things through that you haven't been able to reconcile, or you may hear your subconscious speaking to you. You may also get like a deep intuition or a spiritual connection or just a big epiphany. Any of these things can happen. You may even just have a really beautiful nap. And you're more than likely to experience some semblance of all of the above, and every session you get will be a little different because it's based on what you need most right now. During the session, like I said, you don't need to do anything. You don't need to focus on anything. You don't need to keep your mind silent or empty. You can simply be. If you'd like, you can lay down or sit up in a way that's most comfortable to you. If you would like, you can also use this time to support yourself in any other way that feels right, like journaling or stretching or playing some music, whatever feels right to you. This time is for your self-care. I will be connected to this energy and directing it to you wherever you happen to be for 25 minutes. And during that time, if you want to get up, grab something, do something, go right ahead. You don't have to remain perfectly still. And just as it will reach you no matter where you are, Reiki will also meet you no matter when you are. So if you're watching this in the future, hello from the past, you're going to have a wonderful session. And if you're here with me live today, know that if I'm not live and you do need some Reiki, you can always look at the past live stream healings and pick one even by the thumbnail with the picture of the crystal grid, and just either listen to the crystal explanations at the beginning or just zip ahead to the healing. It'll always be there for you, and it will always support you no matter what. So go ahead, get comfy, get cozy in whatever way feels best. I will turn the music up and turn the lights down. If you want to learn more about our musical creator, she's linked at the bottom of the description. And the lights, while they will move slowly and gently through several different colors, at no point will they flash or strobe, so you are good there. At the end of the 25 minutes, I'll gently slow down the music. You'll hear my voice come in. I'll invite you to take a deep breath in and out. And at that point, the chat will be reopened, and I'll be more than happy to answer any questions or listen to any experiences that you feel inclined to share. So thank you so much for being here today. It's a joy and a pleasure. I'm here live 5 times a week, same days, same times. So go ahead and subscribe with your notifications on so you don't miss an opportunity. And for those of you who are here and enjoying this, go ahead and click that like button. That really helps folks to discover me and to join us for our healing. And I deeply appreciate it. So let's go ahead over to the healing, read some gratitudes, and feel better soon. Oh, I love all of these things. Yay. Good things. So this is our grid. Thank you all so much for helping to build it into the beauty that it is, inspired by every single one of you. And let's go ahead, get cozy, and get into that healing. So Get cozy however you feel you want to. I will see you all in 25 minutes. Enjoy your session. I invite you now to take a deep breath in and out. Check in with your body. Stretch, move, or bend in any way that feels good. Thank you so much for being here with me this evening and sharing this time with me. And if you have any questions or anything you'd like to share, the chat is now open. I've got a little Hattie cat snoozing at my feet. You're welcome, Jennifer. You're so welcome, LP, Martha, Artie. You're so welcome. Oh, thank you, Martha. Thank you, Heart. And yeah, it's the concept of communal chi is the more people come together with the same or similar intention, the greater the energy potential is magnified for everyone. So you all are absolutely right to keep thanking one another in the community because you all are part of what keeps this here. Yeah, it has been quite a day. And you're so welcome, Chris. It's good to see you. So I'll be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. East Coast U.S. time, Friday 4 and 8 p.m. East Coast U.S. time, and Sunday 8 p.m. And yes, I will be here Sunday even though it is Easter because it's a Sunday to me. You're welcome, Vincent, and thank you for being here. I'm also continuing with the tarot for all 12 signs. I posted a few more today. I may post one more tonight. More than likely, they'll start again tomorrow morning. And if you're interested in learning Reiki, I have the classes for April are filling up, and there's classes listed for May, and the new schedule will be coming out soon. But definitely visit learnreikiphiladelphia.com because anyone can learn to do this, including you. And if you would like to join me for the journey, you are absolutely encouraged to do so. Thank you all so much. So I'm going to go ahead and with an abundance of gratitude, start winding us down. So last call for questions or anything like that. Oh, and I love my job. I'm so grateful for all of you that this gets to be my job. I really am. I get to do Reiki all day long. How great is that? Yeah, definitely. Love and blessings to everyone here. Thank you so much. Yeah, it has been a day. It has been a day. So everyone, I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. And I hope that you have a good night's rest too. Yeah, much needed today. I'm glad. The Tuesday evenings, thank you all so much for the feedback to move Tuesday morning to Tuesday evening because it's worked out so much better for all of us. So thank you for your flexibility and your guidance, everybody. So everyone take care. Have a beautiful rest of your day. And I hope to see you again soon. Okay? So bye for now.